I've got a good one for you today. We're going to be looking at some of my favorite Halloween-themed 3D prints. If you're into Halloween, these prints are ones that I think are great to start with. They're easy, they don't require much assembly, and they don't take a whole lot of time or filament to print. So let's dive in with the simplest ones first. The first one, this base, and then you print a bunch of different inserts. This just casts a shadow on the wall behind it. So the insert just slots in here at the end, and you place your LED tea light. You do not want to use real fire with any of these because it will be a bad time for your plastic. So make sure you're buying LED tea lights. I'll have a link in the description below to these specific ones. I found these tea lights to work pretty good. They have a little natural flicker to them, so they do kind of look like a candle in a way. The next set is another simple one, and it's just fidget toys. This one's probably a little on the simple side. It's just a toy that you can play with here. This guy here, also, same idea. It doesn't really work as well. It's kind of sticking a little bit. It still works. It's just not as, fidget toys need to have that addictiveness to it, right? And this one didn't really work very well. But the one that is my favorite so far is this guy. It's a little pumpkin, like a pumpkin barrel, and the sound it makes. Yeah, that's the kind of toy that I like. And it's very fun to use. It has a little, it's a fidget toy, right? That's exact. I'd sit here all day and do this. I need to stop. I need to move on. I need to move on. Next. Take a look at something else. Next up, a mug. I printed it in white with the intent of painting it. I haven't gotten around to painting it yet, but it just holds any standard can pretty nicely, and it's something you could bring to a Halloween party if you wanted to. And if you've got some paint, you could just print it in white. If you have the AMS, you could do a multicolor print. That's up to you. So the next one is multi-layer shadow box type prints. The small one here is very simple. It's a pumpkin frame, and then you print these ghosts. They just come in. My white one got a little warped. I didn't wait long enough to take it off the printer, so just keep that in mind. Make sure your bed is really cold, or because there's not a lot of filament here, so if the filament is still warm, it will warp. But even with it warped, it's still, the tolerance is so forgiving that these still work pretty well. So it just slots in like so. The black one in as well. We'll put the back on. There you go. So that's what that one looks like. The one that I would say is maybe a step up is by the same designer. This frame is just a generic black frame, so you could use it seasonally and print different designs. The designer has a number of them on their printables page, which I'll link to down below. We just need to slide these in. Do that. One. And again, these are great because they don't require a lot of filament to print, and you can use a lot of partial rolls of filament with not enough filament to really print something large, because to watch it, make sure that you didn't run out of filament. I need to get this in the right slot here. There we go. Yellow one on the back. So they're great because you can use up those extra rolls. Again, here's the final design here. It looks really nice. The next set is more tea lights. I have tons of these in the form of ghosts. I found them in pumpkins, haunted houses. There's lots of different tea light holders. Again, make sure you're using the LED ones, not real flame. You just put it in and it looks great. I'll have some B-roll of it lit up in a dark room so that you can see what it looks like. It looks really good. I really like these. They're simple, easy prints. Some of them didn't work though, like this guy here, which kind of fell apart. I mean, technically it still is a scary pumpkin, right? I mean, for Halloween, maybe this still works. For any other season, if you're doing this in like the holiday season, or maybe it doesn't work. This one, again, also, the supports never came off of it, so it doesn't really look that great. This one looked okay. This one, again, I just think the models on these, the design is a little too sharp around the teeth and the eyes. So it's a tricky one for a printer to print. That's my idea. Like here, if you look at this design, which worked really well, you can see that everything's rounded a bit. And it's just more thoughtfully, I think, designed with 3D printing in mind. So that's something to watch out for. Not all models are created equal. Some are better than others. But I'll link the ones that I liked down below so that you can have a look. Now, my favorite print so far, Halloween's not here yet, so I may find a better one. If you have any ideas for better 3D prints, how about you leave it in the comments below so that me and anyone watching this video might get other ideas as well. But my favorite print so far is what is called the Pumpkin Pie Fighter. It is also a tea light design, so the top comes off and you can put one of your tea lights inside here and it glows beautifully through the front. You can even put, I haven't done it, you could put a piece of transparent, like print a piece of transparent filament really thin and bend it around the front to diffuse it a little bit, or get just a diffusing material to make it look a little nicer, and that way you don't see the sharpness of the candle inside. This is my favorite. This is awesome. And it is a solid piece. The design is beautiful. I think the only thing that I would let you know about is that the tolerance is very tight on this. Specifically when you're putting the wings on. It is not glued in, it's just a friction fit, which, because you can see I can pull on this and it's not falling out, it is a very tight friction fit. And that means that if your calibration is off ever so slightly on your printer, you're gonna not be able to get the wing into the pumpkin here. I just kind of had to work with it for a little bit of time to slot it all in, but I'm not taking it out because I don't want to put it back together again. That's my set of Halloween themed 3D prints. Let me know again in the comments if I missed anything obvious, or if there's other 3D prints out there for the Halloween season that you think I should print. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to help me grow this small channel into something a little bit bigger, then click that subscribe button, and don't forget to share this video or any of the other ones with your friends. I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye for now.